Hello friends, I'm going to show you, not on live, but on a video. I don't know what my hair is doing today, but I'm going to show you, and I gotta get prepared, how to do a smoky eye with a pop of color. Hold on. Where is my palette 2? There's one. All's good in the hood. Okay, palette 2, we found it. Whew, what's going on with me? And I'm going to show you how I do my smoky eye look, but I'm going to mix it with a palette today that is going to give it a little bit of pop of color that's going to go with my lips. It's all going to come together, but first we're going to take some eye primer and we're going to pop that right on our eyelids and blend that in. Alrighty then, so, gosh, my hair is aggravating me. So that kind of dries just a little bit, and you know that I am such a creature of habit that I have to find my optimistic, because I always highlight with my optimistic, or sometimes I use gentle. So optimistic is this one right here. It's kind of like a very light, not white, but close, cream color, and it's a sparkle shimmer. And we just go under the brow and bring it down out on the outer part of the brow and in the tear duct, really lightly. Don't go too heavy on that. Okay, and I'm using like a liner shader brush. I'm using the shader part. You don't need a real fluffy brush for this, just a simple everyday eye brush. Does have to have some flow to it though. Okay, so now we're going to take palette number 7, because I'm going to wear pink lips today. So we're going to take this pink right here, this really, really bright pink, and it is called Sharp. We're going to clean our brush. If you do not have our brush cleaner, you are missing out. You just squirt it on the brush, and it is waterless, and you just swirl it around on your towel until there is no more color coming off of it, and you're ready to use. So you're going to pick up a little bit of this pink and Sharp, and you're going to go in and you're just going to go right on that bone of your eye, and you're going to blend that out, okay? You don't want it too dark, because you just want to see it popping out from behind your smoky eye, because palette 2 is our smoky eye palette. Don't be afraid of that word, because you don't have to make it so smoky. We think, oh, if I'm going to do a smoky eye, I'm going to look like somebody punched me in the eye. No, you're not like this. I'll show you how. This is our blending brush, and I just use this because it's very forgiving, and it blends very nicely, so that breaking, crease, transition, pop out, color, whatever you want to call it that we start with, will blend in a very soft look, okay? That's why I use that for here. Okay, so then we're going to pick up, we're going to close that because we're done with that palette for now, unless we need to go back in and blend a little bit. Clean your other brush, which is the fluffy crease brush. If you don't have that, I know it's out of stock right now, but once it comes back in, you're going to want to grab that for yourself, because this is a huge eye brush that I use. We're going to go with this matte gray, this light one right here, and we're just going to go right in that crease, okay? Don't go all the way up on that pink color. We're just going to build this look up, okay? You don't have to use all these shades if you don't want to, but this is just how I like to incorporate an eye look that is more than just one dimension and one shade. So I know a lot of people like to just use one color and go, and that's fine on a day that you want to do a 5-minute face. So see how that kind of darkens up that pink a little bit. And then we're going to go a step further, and we're going to go out here. I think this is Peppy. All of my names are marked off. So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to go halfway in that crease, and then we're going to start to build up our outer V, okay? Or our greater than, less than sign is what I like to refer to it, because it's really not a V. A V is not sideways. So we're just building up half of that crease and that outer part right now, okay? And we're going to go in a little bit on the lid, because we're going to darken up that outer corner. And like I say, you don't want to go in with a heavy brush. It's always easier to add than it is to take away. And mine are kind of matted down because I've used rose water in them before, so if you see me like taking my brush to them, that's why. If you have a brand new palette, it's going to be a little less for you to pick up some of the pigment. And if I scratched it, it would bring the powder back. So like if I took the end of my brush and I just did that, that's going to give me a little bit more. So you just tap it in there, and then you're going to build it up. So see how you get more with just a little bit less pressure in the palette. And this eye is a little bit hooded, as you guys know, so we're going to take this up just a little bit higher. And I'm going to take a little bit of this, and I'm going to go all the way across the lower lash line. And I do my foundation first. It's a personal preference. I really don't have a lot of fallout. The only part that I have is this right here, and I may get it a little bit too far, but what do? I pick up the blending bud that I used to do my highlight under my eyes, and I have Behold powder on there, baking it, and I can just, if you know where your blending bud is at the time, you can just pick it up and go right underneath of it, and it's going to clean any areas up, okay? So next what we're going to do is we're going to come into this darker part here, and we are going to, since I love a darker eye, we're going to use a little bit of toning spray, and we're going to put your brush right in there and pick up some of that pigment, and you're going to just tap this in to make it a deeper, bolder eye, okay? This is where you're going to get your smokiness, and you're going to bring this right down under the outer lash line, okay? And you're going to connect the two. Dip in the toning water or rose water if that's all you have. I mean, we have cucumber and grapefruit and lavender right now, so that's why I'm saying that, because some people may have that, and those are amazing. Remember, we blend, so don't be too scared right now. And they're right underneath that bottom lash line. Okay, so grab your blending brush, and you'll pick up a little bit of that light gray, and you're just going to tap and make sure everything's blended together. And you can still see that pink popping out of the top. And then we're going to lighten up that inner lid, okay? Bear with me here. So I'm going to pick up like a lighter shader brush, and you're going to use the liner or the shader end again, and you're going to use some more toning water on your lid. You're going to use this really silver shimmery color here, and dip your brush in the rose water or toning spray. Pick up some of the pigment and just kind of tap it on where you want it to go. You can swipe it on if you want to, totally up to you, but I think at first tapping it where you want it and then swiping it on, you're going to get more of a pigmented look, like a more metallic, what I'm going for. Because when you add that little bit of toning spritz to it, it just makes it dampened and gives it more shine. And we're just tapping. You don't want to go all the way over because you don't want to cover up that outer deeper color, because that's like adding depth and dimension to your eye, and this is bringing the highlight in. So we'll fix those connections. You know, you don't want any harsh connections. So go ahead and grab this brush right here, which is your fluffy crease brush, and just do little circles on those connections. That's not going to take any of your color or your shimmer away. Just blend in the connections very nicely. If you see where you need any extra color, by all means just go in and tap that on in there. And there is your eye look for the night. Now next I'm going to take this, the palette 7 again, and I'm going to use that hot pink color. I'm going to grab our regular crease brush, cleaning it off, and I'm going to just pick that up and go right underneath so that I can have a little bit of pop of that pink coming down in here. Not too much, but just enough that it's pulling that shade out, okay? And there you go. We're gonna add some eyeliner and some mascara, and then I'll come back and I will show you exactly how I do my lining of the lips with a color, and it's gonna make your lips look fuller and more pouty. Stay tuned. Okay, so I have on eyeliner and I have on my mascara, and I've blended out my face and added a little shine. Now we're gonna take Posh lip liner, and I'm gonna show you. You're gonna line a little bit on the outside of your lips. Hold on, really creamy, unique liner. Just on the outer line. Now to get that more full ombre look, you're going to go and fill in the edges of your lips. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not perfect. Then we're going to take Conceited lipstick. It's a light pink. Okay. And then if you see any spots that needs to be fixed, take your liner and go right under there. Now if you like gloss, go ahead and take yourself some Hottie. I am about out because you guys know I'm obsessed with my Hottie. And you're going to just apply over top. And then you have fuller lips. Or you can go even a step further and take some of a shimmery color, which is like this one right here, the Electrified. Tap it right in the center of your lips. And see, they look a lot fuller, a lot poutier with just a few products. Thanks for watching. If I can help you, I'll go ahead and link a lip and an eye here for you. All you have to do is click on it. If you don't want something in that, just remove it and then add it to your cart and check out. So easy. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas.